This is Badminton Hall in Auckland, and we're all set for the grand final of Badminton's Wisden Cup. Yes, which province will be calling themselves the 2019 champions? We're about to find out, with North Harbour and Waitakere about to go to battle. Yes, hi everybody, Glenn Lama here, Susanna Layden-Davis with us, New Zealand rep, who finished her career at the Gold Coast Commonwealth Games. Pleasure to be with you again, and Susanna, we've got a great lineup of matches today, and it's great to be back for another year, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely. It was a great final that we went through last year, and it's been an exciting few days of badminton here so far, and looking forward to the final again this afternoon between Waitakere and North Harbour. Yes,
unfortunately, Waikato couldn't quite make it for another final, but we've got Waitakere and North Harbour, and now, what about the key matches? Who are the key players, do you think, lining up today for both sides?
Yeah, we're going to have a lot of, I think, tight matches between them. There's a lot of experience through the Waitakere squad with the likes of Daniel Shirley there and Daniel Tahuri. And then we've got a lot of our current national players in the North Harbour side, so it'll be interesting to see what they can bring as well.
All right, well, let's have a look at the order of play. And we're starting off with the men's doubles. Alan Chan and Daniel Shirley, as we just mentioned, winding back the clock a little bit. He's one of the real legendary players in New Zealand badminton who's going to be featuring in that match. Women's doubles is going to be the next match. Maybe North Harbour favoured there, but I'm sure Waitakere supporters will have something to say about that. Then we move to the men's singles, and this is featuring Oscar Guo, one of the hot young talents of New Zealand badminton. Looking forward to seeing him in action again. And then we move on to the women's singles, and maybe that one might go to North Harbour as well. We'll just have to wait and see. Courtney Trillo featuring in that one. And then we're going into the mixed doubles matches. This is going to see Alan Chan backing up for Waitakere. And if required, we'll have another mixed doubles match, and this will feature Dan Shirley again. And on the other side, we've got Minota for North Harbour, our best men's singles player, featuring in that match if required. So that's the order of play coming up in the Wisden Cup final. And this is how we got to the final stages. Auckland got the bye. Well, they actually topped their group, so they got a bye straight through to the semi-final. Same with Harcourts and Co. North Harbour as well. North Harbour beating Waikato in the semi-final. Auckland losing to Waitakere. But the interesting thing, Susanna, as we look at this draw, is Waitakere and North Harbour actually met in pool play, didn't they? They were in the same pool, and North Harbour won that one comfortably.
Yeah, so we've seen a few interesting matches up this week, and that one going North Harbour's way. So, yeah, we'll be interesting to see what changes we see tonight between the two of them.
We sure will, and we've got, as we touched on, a very good squad of players in both sides as we get our first look at the Waitakere lineup about to be introduced to the crowd here at Badminton Hall. And they've done particularly well because they've clearly improved quite a lot since they lost to North Harbour in their pool match. North Harbour as well coming out. Beaten finalists in 2018. There was a thrilling final won by Waikato last year. But there was a lot of talent on the court right there. And of all ages as well. You see one of the Waitakere players is just 14 years of age, Isaac Chan, and the eldest, Daniel Shirley, at 40. So it's going to be really interesting. And Minota right on the end there. Interesting he's not playing the singles here this week too. He's our top-ranked singles player, Susanna, but he's only been playing the doubles.
Yeah, so it's interesting to see they've placed Oscar Guo into that men's singles tonight, who's had a great weekend so far. So it'll be great to see Minota through into that mixed doubles, should we get there in that final match.
Well, that's right. He might not even be required, which would be unusual to see. Our best singles player, the tall figure there of Minota, who might not even play a match. But we will see. Waitakere, I'm sure, will have a lot to say about that. So just repeating the draw for you. Our first match will be the men's doubles featuring Daniel Shirley and Alan Chan. And they will play Dylan Sojasa and Micah Phillips. Dan Shirley there, the blonde-headed left-hander. And what a player he was back in the day. What a player he still is, Susanna.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of talent in that Waitakere side and a lot of experience there. That'll be interesting to see what they can play on this evening.
Well, Alan Chan, of course, is 31 years of age as well, so he's a very experienced player. Mind you, Micah Phillips, he's been around a while now. He's in the near court here warming up with Dylan Sojasa in the far end of the court for North Harbour. So here is Micah Phillips. First of all, he's the 26-year-old New Zealand mixed doubles champion with Anona Pack, his North Harbour teammate last year. Men's doubles champion with Sujasa from 2018. Here is Dylan Sujasa, 24 years of age, featured in the New Zealand Open earlier this year with Jonathan Curtin, featuring in the round of 32. Now, these two have played quite a bit together this week. They played, well, just the 2 matches, in fact, and they've won both of them. In fact, no, actually, these two met in pool play, Susanna, and Shirley and Chan beat the North Harbour pair. Here is Dan Shirley. Let's talk about him. He's 40 years of age, an Athens Olympian from 2004, and of course a bronze medalist in the World Championships of mixed doubles back in 2005 with Sarah Peterson. So we're talking about some real badminton royalty in New Zealand here, aren't we?
Yeah, without a doubt, he's a fantastic player, and throughout his career had an amazing array of results there, and it's great to see him back competing at such an event like this back home on New Zealand soil.
Yeah, great to see him still competing. And Alan Chan, his teammate, 31 years of age, actually born in Hong Kong, came to New Zealand, and but went back to Hong Kong in 2008, and now is back in New Zealand again.
Ready to play.
So he's been a real yo-yo between Hong Kong and New Zealand through his career, Susanna, but it's good to have him here for the meantime. 31 years of age now.
Yeah, he's also had a great international career through his time representing Hong Kong in later years, and so yeah, again, great to see both the men back and playing in the New Zealand event.
So here there is the chair umpire for the day, and we have the 2 combinations all set to go. Another aspect as we just get this match underway very shortly is the amount of matches that Shirley and Chan have played. Maybe we can touch on that as this match starts. It's going to be North Harbour to serve first. In fact, let's just touch on that now, Susanna.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, we'll wait.
On my right, Harcourt's North Harbour, represented by Dylan Sujasa and Micah Phillips. And on my left, Barfoot and Thompson Waitakere, represented by Daniel Shirley and Ellen Chan. Harcourt's North Harbour to serve, Dylan Sujasa to Daniel Shirley. Love all, light.
Yeah, the number of matches that Shirley and Chan have played.
Service over.
Shirley's played 7 matches over the last 3 days and Chan 8. And while they're going well, Phillips
Service over.
has had 5 matches and Sujasa's only had 3. So do you think that's an issue, Susanna?
Yeah, there's been a few long matches for a number of these players in the last couple of days in a very short space of time, so interesting to see, especially if these go to 3 sets this afternoon.
Well, that's not in the game plan, is it? Handing a free point to your
opponent.
opponent.
To be starting.
Good attack from Chan.
Very powerful attack there coming from Waitakere.
Service over. 3, 2.
Oh, that's power. Brute power from Chan.
4, 2.
That's cool, good.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how that aggression comes from the Waitakere side, especially in this first set, as we try to see who's dominating what where in this opening match.
Let's touch on Chan here too. He's been very highly ranked in doubles in his career. Shirley will be enjoying playing with him. Chan his career high ranking in doubles was 30 back in 2014.
6-2.
He's a very talented player in both the doubles and the mixed doubles, which we'll see him in this evening.
Good rally, that one.
There's a good change there from the North Harbour boys as they look to try and control that attack coming from the Waitakere squad.
Service over. 3.
So good little early margin here for Waitakere.
Service over. 7-3.
So a 4-point margin. It's a good start for Waitakere now.
Yeah, it'd be great for them to try and take some control of this in the early stages of this first set.
9-3.
Wow, this is quite a run of points now.
Yeah, just falling unlucky out the back line there for North Harbour.
Well, for the second time in this game, Shirley gives a free point to Harbour.
4-10.
A bit of change in pace there from Chan, so interesting change up to leave it to the break at 11-4.
Well, I'm sitting here nodding. That was a very well executed shot from Chan. And what a hot start Waitakere have made here.
Yes, and taking that pace out and landing it in between the two North Harbour players is an interesting change there from Chan.
Well, Sujasa was completely deceived. No question about it. Chan and Shirley, well, when these two teams met in pool play, they played Sujasa and Minota in that clash. So the Harbour team have actually changed their lineup for this final, but Chan and Shirley won that match 21-16, 21-16.
20 seconds.
So they've been going particularly well. Shirley's only lost the one match of his 7 so far in the tournament, and Chan has won 7 of 8. So these two at the far end of the court wearing blue at the moment will be going really well.
11-4.
And they've got a big margin now.
Service over. 5-11. Six, 11.
Well, some great defensive badminton early on in that rally from this Harbour pair. Sujasa just is firing just the slightest of margins on that occasion.
Yeah. Third one into the net there from Jan. It'll be interesting to see what comes in the next one. A few quick points as we come back after the break.
Well, it's incredible, Susanna. Harbour have got 7 points and 3 of them have been free.
8-12. Service over. 13-8.
Just falling out wide again there from North Harbour, potentially looking just for a little bit too much off some of their attack at the moment.
14-8.
They're so good from the back of the court, both Shirley and Chan so far, aren't they?
15.
Yes, no, absolutely. It's just falling unlucky, I think, on North Harbour's way. They're just clipping the net from Phillips.
Play.
Tell you what, Shirley, he's 40. Tell you what, his reactions are still like a 20-year-old. He's going really well. That error rate at the moment from Harbour too, they'll need to start reducing those errors if they want to be competitive.
Well, service over. 9-16.
And even tighter, falling wide this time, but so close to the line there.
Shirley's judgment was spot on.
Service over. 17-9.
Doing everything right so far, Waitakere, in this first game. Well, almost everything.
Service over. 10-17. Service over. 18-10.
Not much in that one.
Service
Lovely
over.
judgment from Phillips.
11-18. Service over.
It's really
19,
interesting watching this
11.
serving. You're just looking for that little bit extra. You take the risk. Oh, it's beautifully finished from Sujasa.
There's fantastic angles from both the North Harbour players there, even off from the service return right through to the one winning the point.
12-19. Well, 13-19.
That brings up
Service over.
game points.
20, game point 12. Game.
There it is. Waitakere. Well, they got their nose front early in this game and they really moved away comfortably. Took advantage
First
of those
game won by
errors made
Barfoot and Thompson,
by both the
Waitakere,
North Harbour players. Susanna, and
21-13.
it's been a comfortable first game for them.
Yes, I think it's definitely a comfortable match for the Waitakere players. I think it was interesting seeing sort of the tension as we see the opening match for this evening's tie, as both the North Harbour players are fighting to get in there, but just from the smallest of margins, often losing some of these points is that maybe perhaps looking for a little bit too much on some of their attack and just not quite hitting the line at these points.
And that's it, isn't it? It's just you're always pushing for that little advantage right from the serve. We saw those service errors from Dan Shirley in that game, but you're looking for any advantage you can, and if you're just looking to push it and risk it.
Yeah, there's definitely a fine balance on how much risk you take and how comfortable you play at certain points in the match. And yeah, but in a game like men's doubles, when it's so aggressive, taking those risks at those right times will pay off for whichever side balances that risk right.
Well, so already you can see the tension written there on the faces of Phillips and Sujasa. I can only remember maybe 1 or 2 clean winners for them in that game. So no real free points, really, or cheap points that Waitakere were giving the North Harbour team at all in that first game.
No, yeah, we saw a couple there at the change from 11, but that was about all that the North Harbour boys were given, so they're having to work very hard for their points at the moment. But so are the Waitakere boys, and they're not getting through straight away through the North Harbour pair. So it'll be interesting to see who keeps working at the start of the second set.
Let's touch on Chan and Shirley here. Very experienced players. Touched on Shirley, an Olympian in Athens for New Zealand, bronze medalist at a World Championships, 4 times Commonwealth Games gold medalist as well. Not a gold medalist, rather, just a medalist. But Chan, I touched on him, 30, his career high ranking in men's doubles. He was actually in the top 15 in mixed doubles as well back in July 2015. So
20 seconds.
Chan can play. So plenty of work to do here for Phillips on the left, Sujasa for North Harbour. Waitakere claiming that first game in this men's doubles match to start the Wisden Cup 21-13.
Second game.
Going to be Chan to serve first in the second game.
Double. Play.
Well, that was almost a miss hit from Shirley.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see where he thought that one might have been going, but however that happened, it paid off for him. Took everybody by surprise.
It was the perfect miss hit, wasn't it?
Well,
Chan's really interesting, Susanna. He looks very casual on court, doesn't he? Not a lot of intensity to the way he plays.
Yeah, no, for sure. And it looks like he's actually sort of quite controlling in this match at the moment, and especially in his attack.
Oh, that's too easy. Shirley will eat those up.
3. Love. Service over. 1-3. Two, 3.
Well, that was almost a carbon copy of the point just before.
Service over.
Yeah, it's not the shot you want to be playing to a left-hander, right up to his forehand there, and he'll definitely take an advantage to that one.
Five, 2.
Yes, that's definitely the formation we're seeing Waitakere like at the moment, with Dan Shirley moving forward to the front and the strong attack coming from Alan in the rear court.
2.
That's 3 unanswered points now for Shirley and for Chan. And that's 4 now.
Seven, 2.
Well, what a Phillips and Sujasa. They're just being outpowered at the moment, Susanna.
Yes, they can't seem to work their way into the game at all, so they're going to have to come up with something pretty soon as Waitakere now a 5-point lead, in the second set.
Oh, what a finish.
Eight, 2. Nine,
Well,
2.
it's a 6-point run now for Waitakere. Big margin.
just falling long there again in Waitakere's favour.
10-2. Service over. 3.
Well, that stops
10.
a 7-point run for Waitakere, and Harbour fans will be happy. They'll take any points they can at the moment. Well, a couple of those gets from Phillips in the early part of that rally were outstanding.
Yeah, it's fantastic defence.
Service over. 11-4 interval.
So there it is. It's still Waitakere comfortably ahead here. And Shirley and Chan, they're just combining so well, aren't they?
Yes, they seem to have, whatever they've got it right this time. And I think as they're working with Ellen in the background, in the back rear court, and Dan Shirley moving into the front seems to be what's working well for them at the moment. And Ellen's attack is just fantastic. So the North Harbour boys don't really know what to do at the moment, I don't think, and just be looking for a solution going into the latter half of the set.
What do you think they should? Because have they been playing more side by side rather than front rear? You think they need to mix it up or do something?
Yeah, I think as soon as it goes up at the moment, this is the power that's coming from Waitakere is troublesome. So they're definitely going to need to change something, both where they're placing the shuttle and the pace that they're playing it, and changing that up for lots of variety.
It's hard though, isn't it? Because Shirley and Chan have just got seemingly every base covered, and they're trying. The Harbour pair are trying to find open court, Susanna, but they're just struggling.
Yes, no, absolutely. A lot of experience in this Waitakere side, so they'll be expecting something to change from the Harbour boys, but we'll see what that brings.
So this is the men's doubles in the Wisden Cup final, the first of this potentially 6-match tie for the trophy this year. We have the women's doubles following this match, then the 2 singles matches, and then the mixed doubles matches, if required.
Out. Service over. 5-12.
Well, that's just set up mid-court there, isn't it, Susanna? That's a put away someone of Chan's class is going to get every day of the week.
Yeah, pops up that high, nice and short in the court there, and yeah, good luck to the Harbour boys returning those.
He's nailed that one as well. So fast. Isn't he, Chan, to see some open court and put the shuttle in the right spot?
Yeah, he's showing that dominance at the moment, isn't he? When he's turning the shuttle and both just attacking from the rear court, he's a notch above in this pace.
$15, 5. Fault. Service over. 6-15. Service over. 16-6.
Chan again.
17.
Showing his class. So Waitakere really dominating this men's doubles match. It's a one-sided contest. Shirley showing his skills in that rally.
Service over.
even though he found the net with his last shot.
17. Eight, 17. Play. Let. Waitakere, ready.
Well, Sajasa long again.
Service over. 18.
Waitakere just 3 points from victory. And opening this Wisden Cup final in superb style.
Fantastic control there coming from Shirley as he dictates that rally and takes them to 19-8.
8.
It's in that time. Finally, Sajasa gets one of them right.
Service over. 9, 19.
He's got excellent judgment, hasn't he, Shirley?
Match point,
That brings
9.
up match points. Oh, there it is. You only need one match point, and Shirley and Chan have got Waitakere off to a flying start in the Wisden Cup final for 2019. Comfortably taking the men's doubles 21-13, 21-9 against the North Harbour pair of Phillips and Sajasa.
Match won by Barfoot and Thompson.
Well,
Waitakere,
might have expected that match to be
13,
a bit closer.
9.
But Shirley and Chan showed how classy they were in that match. And the encouraging thing for them, and maybe the scary thing for Harbour, is that they got stronger as that match progressed. And they'll both be back later for the mixed doubles. So 21-13, 21-9 the final score.